What were the top 5 plays for Oklahoma during the Women's College World Series? Let's discuss. Despite Mike White complaining that OU has this unfair advantage in Oklahoma City and all the clueless internet trolls out there who think the event should be moved away from OKC, OU has not one, two, three, but 4 consecutive national championships. But I digress. What were the top 5 plays of OU's championship run in the 2024 World Series? Let's start with an honorable mention, and we have to mention Kelly Maxwell, the most outstanding player, and her dominant performance against UCLA. Strikeout after strikeout, big out after big out, 7 innings pitched, no runs as OU won 1-0 over the UCLA Bruins. There may not be an individual strikeout that felt like it was one of the 5 biggest plays of the entire tournament, but her performance at least deserves some honor and recognition. Kelly Maxwell against UCLA was fantastic, maybe the best start of her collegiate career. And now for the top 5. And at number 5, let's stay with that UCLA game. The only big offensive play of the day came from Tiare Jennings in a solo home run that proved to be enough for OU to win that critical game 1-0 over the UCLA Bruins. Tiare absolutely crushed it with one of her best friends, Maya Brady, playing for UCLA during that game. Tiare's home run against UCLA, the 5th biggest play for OU in the Women's College World Series. At number 4, and this one could have been ranked a lot higher, but it's the strange Avery Hodge play in the top of the 6th inning against Texas in the game to clinch the national championship. Avery Hodge just made a tough error, but Mia Scott, for some reason, and I still don't know why, wandered off of first base. Kelly Maxwell pointed to Avery Hodge. Avery Hodge gave a perfect throw to Sid Sanders at first base, made the tag. Texas had all the momentum in that moment. They got within 1 run. They had the meat of the order coming up late in the game, but instead Mia Scott runs Texas out of an inning. It went from a massive momentum shift to Texas to a massive momentum shift to Oklahoma, and then Oklahoma was just 3 outs away from winning a national championship. The 3rd biggest play for OU in the WCWS, courtesy of Sid Sanders in the championship game against Texas. Bases loaded, 1 out. OU trails by 1. Here is their opportunity. Sid Sanders did exactly that. She hits a ball in the gap, and with Riley Boone standing at first base, there was no question whatsoever that that was going to score 3. But that got OU the lead, not just the lead, but a 2-run lead. A lot of big plays for the Sooners in that game-clinching win against Texas. But the Sid Sanders 3 RBI double, the biggest of the night. It's the 3rd biggest play that OU had in the Women's College World Series. The 2nd biggest play for OU in the WCWS, let's go back to Tiare Jennings and another Tiare Jennings home run. No, it wasn't in Game 2 of the championship series. It was in Game 1 of the championship series. And why this one ranks number 2 is because it really set the table for what was to come for the OU Bats against Texas. Texas had not allowed a run going into the championship series. 3 consecutive shutouts, 3 consecutive one-hitters. Tiare let him know very quickly OU had other plans. A 2-run bomb in the top of the 1st inning in Game 1 of the championship series. It really set the table for what was to come. OU would score 8 runs that night, 8 runs the next night. The offense came alive, and a big reason was because Tiare Jennings got it all started Game 1 against Texas with that 2-run home run. The number 1 play, the single biggest play, the single biggest moment for OU in the Women's College World Series. This one's pretty easy, right? It's Jada Coleman, maybe not her legacy moment, but one of the biggest moments of her career. OU trails Florida early in that if necessary game. It's not looking good, but OU claws all the way back, and then Jada calls game in the bottom of the 8th inning. A walk-off home run. She has the talk with Alyssa Brito right before the at-bat. She sees her pitch, hits it to the opposite field. It barely got over. It barely got over the wall, but they all count the same. No matter how far they are, Jada Coleman ended it against Florida, and OU advanced to the championship series. Agree? Disagree? Drop your top 5 in the comments. Tell me where I got it right. Tell me where I got it wrong.